from your own Coopermans. It's a great song, isn't it? Yoram makes these compositions himself. He gave me permission to play his music. He's great. He's very talented. He's a member of our chat. He makes like the videos and styles. Obviously he uses help to create them, the visuals, but he's an artist at heart. I consider him a dear friend. I want to visit him. Hi, Lee Agent. Alright, how's everybody doing? That's the latest from Yoram Kupamit's Trumpet Melody. Very apropos. Very apropos. And very well done. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. How's everybody doing? I wouldn't exactly say things are calm, but it is Friday. It is April 10th, 2026. It is 6 p.m. Eastern here in Boston, U.S. ceasefire time. It is midnight in South Africa. It's 1 a.m. in Tel Aviv, Israel. And it's 1:30 a.m. in Tehran, Iran. It's so nice to see you all. I had a day. I had more doctors today. Then I took a little bit of time off. I hope you don't mind. It was very nice. I needed that. I feel very refreshed. I'm a happy time. If you all heard, I'm leaving America. Not permanently, but I'm leaving. It was very nice to be here for so long. I love you all dearly. I'll be back soon. Not leaving quite yet, but I'll be gone soon. And then I'm going to take a really fun trip to visit some of you. I'm so excited. And I'm going to cover the updates for the war, on the war for you today. And we are monitoring. Hezbollah has been firing at northern Lebanon and northern Israel. And Israel has been firing at Lebanon. The delegation from Iran has arrived in Islamabad, Pakistan. And that is where we will start tonight. Time of blasphemy. Hello, we care. Hello, Francine. Francine, Peep was asking about you today. I was doing some sort of rearranging, and I was talking to Peep. He doesn't really talk. He's just a stuffed Peep bunny. But I was like, Peep, you know, Francine really loves you. And he didn't really talk back. He was in a mood. But I think he really likes you, Francine. He wants to be your friend. You and Peep, I'm going to set up a Peep bunny plush eventually. You can buy Peep. Francine, you're going to be able to get your very own Peep bunny. I'm going to sign it for you, Francine. I don't know how we're going to do that. I might have to, get a P.O. box set up, but I'm going to sign it for you, and I'm going to send you one. I have a plan. Francine is going to be so happy when she gets her signed Peep Bunny towel plush. So people asked if I could make Peep into a plush so they could have a Peep Bunny towel. I have decided to do that. He's our towel mascot. I really didn't want to for a while, but then I realized everyone should be able to, if they want to, have a Peep. So I've decided now he's not actually going to be a Peep. He's Peep Bunny Towel. He's a very specific creature. I have to design him. He's not the Peep Bunny. He's Peep Bunny Towel. He's an entity unto himself that we created. So I have to make him. I have to design him, and then you're going to be able to get Peep Bunny Towel, which is a very specific thing. He's not a Peep. He is Peep Bunny Towel. I need to be very clear about this, okay? He's like an entity unto himself. He's a transformative creature. I might need to name him Towel Bunny or something, even though I think his identity is completely separate from the whole candy. I gotta talk to some people. I think I might just call him Towel Bunny, which is unfair because his name is Peep Bunny Towel. That's what we've designated him. But anyway, so I'll just make a character and call him Bunny Towel, and then you can buy him as a plush. It's gonna be great. We love him dearly. Francine is gonna be literally the happiest person in the world. I'm gonna assign the Bunny Towel for Francine. JRP, I did not. If you send it in, I can't. So there's a problem with Facebook links. They have this huge cache, and I can't get them to load. So if you want me to check out a Lego video, I gotta check it out on YouTube or X. I can't get like Telegram way too much like data on the desktop app. Instagram similar, and Facebook. It's just because their sites are very like resource intensive. But yes, if you can get me a copy of it on Twitter or YouTube, we can watch it on the stream. Let me show you the Iranian delegation arriving in Islamabad, Pakistan, just within the last 59 minutes. Here's the Iranian delegation arriving in Islamabad, Pakistan. Say goodbye to Peep Bunny Towel. He's got to go. That's the Iranian delegation arriving in Islamabad, Pakistan, just minutes ago. They have arrived. Hello. One. First of all, you can't be slandering me. Just because I went to law school, one, does not mean that I'm a lawyer. That's inappropriate, one. You're spreading disinformation. I name the honorable member for one. I suspend the honorable member permanently from the chamber. One, you may not, under any circumstances, spread disinformation and or engage in personal attacks towards the chair. I remind the honorable member for one that they can and will be subject to a recall election should they continue with their disreputable and dishonorable behavior in this place. Thank you. Thanks, JRP. How you doing, Craftsman? Good to see you. JRP got yelled at by Nightbot. Be nice, Nightbot. Alright. Now let me show you the latest from the government of Pakistan.
आज मैं आपसे एक तारीख साज मौके पर बात कर रहा हूँ। ऐसे मौके के ऊपर कि जब अल्लाह ताला के फज़्ल व करम से खलीज में अब जंग नहीं बल्कि अमन की बातें हो रही हैं और वो फ़रीक़ैन
Thanks, JRP.
जो कल तक जंग में आमने सामने थे और ख़ित्ता तबाही का मंज़र था, आज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
Okay, as much as I would like to listen to this, I don't understand what he's saying, so I'm going to translate it. While I'm doing that, here's the latest from Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. I'm going to translate that video for you. 1 second. Hezbollah, southern Lebanon.
Class is in session, lesson.
Wait, I have a note from Bibi.
He says we're the smart.
You can't watch all the Lego videos, guys. They put out too many Lego videos. Latest. Oh, it's a Rudu. I've never actually translated Pakistani, but I managed to do it. I'm gonna get the latest for you from the government of Pakistan because the Iranian delegation has just arrived. So if you give me 1 second, I will generate those transcripts for you. It's in Urdu. It's the first time I've ever translated from Urdu. Short stream tonight, by the way. You only got me till like midnight, maybe. I need to get some rest. I was robbed yesterday. I'll show you the update. I know a lot of you were worried. I'm okay. One. What? All right, ladies and gentlemen, towel moms, you can just ban one on site. I'm issuing a standing towel order that you have permission to ban one on site. One. Hi, Mimi. You are wonderful. God bless you. Now listen, I have decided, I've issued a standing order. Hello, Island Girl. One, that account that keeps coming in, one's having some trouble in their life. So one is permanently suspended from the chamber. I give authorization to all towel moms to ban on site. This is a ban on site order. Repeat. Miss Clutch, effectuate the ban on site order. I give you full permission. I want to see it. I just want to let Miss Clutch do it this time. He may be hidden permanently. The honorable member from one is permanently suspended from the chamber. I mean, I can do it too. He's still in the chat. So there is now a standing order. No, and you can do it, Miss Clutch. I mean, oh, you got him. No, don't time him out. Hide him, Miss Clutch. This is an elevated punishment. No 24-hour timeout, permanent hide. Oh, he keeps coming back, Goddess of Abundance. He just ban evades. You don't have to time him out, Miss Clutch. Permanent hide. He's the only one who's subject to a permanent hide on the channel. Okay. Alright. Oh, Ellie was with Mimi. Hi, Ellie. But yeah, one's done. One has been permanently and irrevocably suspended from the honorable chamber. He will be subject to a by-election, and therefore his seat shall be vacated permanently. He violated the decorum of this honorable place. Towel Mom, Lynn, you got him. The honorable member for one is thus subject to the first ever permanent suspension order in this honorable place. It breaks my heart. It really does. It breaks my heart to issue a permanent, suspend on site order, but I gotta do it. I know, Myra. I'm very forgiving too. I know, Miss Clutch. I'll keep an eye on the one sock accounts, but yeah, for the first time, pursuant to Towel Standing Order Rule 2, I'm invoking the permanent suspension clause, and the honorable member for one shall be subject to a by-election and shall no longer be entitled to the privileges of this honorable place. Here's the latest from the government of Pakistan. This is going to be in English, with English captions for you. Here you go.
मैं आपसे
I'm going to put it on full screen. I need a second. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Here you go.
आज मैं आपसे एक तारीख साज
Yeah.
मौके पर
One, we gotta talk about this. If you keep innovating, I have to fill out a report. I click your username and there's this button that escalates the report up. I don't want to have to talk to my community partner about you specifically. We meet with them once a month. I don't want to have to mention, I don't want to have to make it an agenda item in front of 100 people, okay, including division heads at YouTube, that you are doing this. Why do you even want to come up in that conversation? They work for Google. Stop. You need to stop. I can and will do it. It's up to me. It's my prerogative as the content creator to bring this up at the meeting. And I will do it if you continue to ban, evade, and violate the terms of service of this platform. Okay, I was trying to be like gentle about it. Now you're frustrating me. YouTube has terms of service. You have been hidden from this channel. You do not have permission to be here. If you continue to innovate, I will escalate this to my community support partner, and then I will bring you up at the meeting. Thank you for your attention to this important man. Hi, Real Jack Back. God bless you. So good to see you.
पर बात कर रहा हूं, ऐसे मौके के ऊपर कि जब अल्लाह ताला के फज़ल करम से खलीज में अब जंग नहीं बल्कि अमन की बातें हो रही हैं, और वो फ़रीक़ैन जो कल तक जंग में आमने सामने थे और ख़ित्ता तबाही का मंजर था, आज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह दोनों फ़रीक़ैन बातचीत के ज़रिए मामलात को तय करने पर राज़ी हो चुके हैं। और मैं इस इंतहाई अहम पेशरफ्त पर अपने बरादर मुल्क ईरान और अमेरिका की लीडरशिप का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं, जिन्होंने मेरी तजवीज़ कबूल करते हुए न सिर्फ आर्जी जंगबंदी पर इत्तफाक किया बल्कि मेरी पुरखलूस दावत पर दोनों ममालिक की लीडरशिप इस्लामाबाद तशरीफ़ ला रही हैं, जहाँ पर अमन के क़याम के लिए मुज़ाकरात होंगे। पाकिस्तान को अल्लाह ताला ने मेज़बानी का ये जो शर्फ अता फरमाया है, ये सिर्फ पाकिस्तान के लिए नहीं बल्कि आलम इस्लाम के लिए लम्हा फ़ख्रिया है, और जिसके लिए हम रब्बे ज़ुल जलाल का जितना भी शुक्र अदा करें कम है।
Hezbollah in the north. Oh yeah, tell Mom Lynn you can actually use the hide button for one. Great job. You're doing so well, Miss Clutch. Yeah, I can't wait until I'm going to escalate this. So I have a Google support, YouTube support partner, and like there's special dedicated report lines for people who do this in chat. I think I'm going to escalate it. I don't want, like they'll boot him from Google services entirely, which is sad. Like he's a little compulsive. I think he was like, I don't want to be too direct about this because I think he's the kid Ben. Like I think, how do I be, like first of all bro, like stop. It's not cool. It is what it is. Like I'm sympathetic to you a little bit. I know what it's like, kid, but like come on, move on. Second, like it just feels so personal, and like I don't know dude, but I have an idea of what he's upset about, and it's not an ideological thing dude. It's just like I really don't want to talk about this. It's really not like I don't want to go down the road of like he's like heartbroken kinda. It is what it is dude. Like it really is what it is. You just gotta come to terms with it. All right, you'll be all right. It's gonna be fine. But like, do you want to see your Google accounts? Like, do you want to get sanctioned by Google as a company because you're heartbroken? Like, I can feel your vibe, you know. So like, just chill. Like, you don't want to go down that road where like they have to sanction you. Like, as a company, they will actually ban all of your Google accounts because you're doing this. It's a violation of the Google terms of service. And like the only way they act on it is if a creator requests sanction. So just stop. Like you'll be fine. Go outside. Like, find God, whatever you need to do to be happy, my dear friend. Like, I still love you anyway. But, like, chill. You gotta chill. You're not thinking rationally. You're misbehaving. And I'll help you. I will help your soul find solace. But it's not gonna be through this kind of petulant outburst, okay? Alright, we're gonna be adults. They are firing at northern Israel. That's correct. Whoever said who? Oh, sorry. They're firing at northern Israel. And then I was going to say that's correct, real Jack Mac. I know, Motorhead. That thing with one is wild. The poor kid. I feel for him though, bro. He's just going through it like a little bit of like a personal thing. I think, which is cool. Like I've been there. My name's Grant Smith Ellis. Now that we've had a hot talk with our friend, let's take a look at the current news. Here was the latest updates from northern Israel earlier, where Kiryat Shimona was shelled by Hezbollah after Israeli shelling throughout southern Lebanon. The Kiryat Shimona is in the north. This was earlier tonight. Ellie is wonderful. Oh, I thought you said Ellie had kind patience. Thank you, Motorhead. You're so kind. Oh, I gotta remove the car one, Francine. I'm just gonna figure it out. God bless you, though. We can skip the car one. Ah, that's okay. Hi, Sarah. Be creative. How are you doing? Dowd, it's so good to see you. Hi, the agent, my dear friend. And Pete, God bless you. How long? Good to see you. I'm not sure what Hezbollah used to cause this specific piece of damage. All I know is that the situation is rapidly deteriorating. Here's Kiryat Shimona. Thank you, Francine. But all the other ones are good, Francine. All the other commands are fine. They did triple a Bob. I got that video for you right here. Here's the arrival of the Iranian delegation to Pakistan. These are the latest pictures just 1 hour ago on the ground in the Pakistani capital of Islamabad, where the Iranian delegation has arrived. I don't know if they're going to actually start negotiations. They actually start tomorrow. Well, it's technically tomorrow there. They'll start in like 12 hours, 10 hours. We might be awake. It depends what Hezbollah and Israel do. This is a very, very delicate time in the war. That's the Iranian delegation arriving. The Iranian government stance. Oh, JRP, I'll play the Lego video next. But we had a request from Triple Bob regarding the landing of the Iranian delegation, which you can now see on your screen. The Iranian delegation have arrived in Islamabad for peace talks. Really, the fact that image happened is Iran declaring victory. We've had a request by JRP to play the latest Iranian Lego video. I reserve the right to stop playing it at any point if I think it's uncouth. You know, I don't like the sexual language, but I'll allow it in art. But this is a state form of messaging. It airs on Iranian TV, so I'm airing it for the purposes of finding out what the Iranian position is. A lot of people ask if by playing this, it's a form of endorsing it. No, there is a beat sometimes that I like to dance to, but the beat is separate from the music. Or the words. I use the analysis of this to discern the perspective of the Iranian state. Why they like to, it's not the actual IRGC, it's kind of like a Telegram group. Why the IRGC likes to do it this way, I don't know. But this is how they like to speak to American audiences. It's a little strange, but they won the propaganda war. So, in fact, it's not a little strange when you think of it from that perspective. Oh yeah, Islamabad is on lockdown. You should see the amount of like buses and security they have in the red zone around that hotel. First of all, they requisitioned the hotel. Pakistan requisitioned, which means they took militarily control of the hotel in Islamabad where this is happening. They made it a military zone. And then they put a ring around it. You're not getting in within like 2 miles of that. And the ring is serious. They put like bulldozers in the middle of the road. They take this very seriously. Pakistan's trying to show that it is capable of like being this kind of, it's actually good for Pakistan. Like Pakistan's a nuclear state anyway, but it's good for Pakistan to have this role because they're a Muslim majority country. They speak Arabic. They're a great kind of like translator. They're literally a good middleman for this. Arabic's kind of like Farsi. I'm sure they have people who speak Farsi, but they're a great person to deal with the Iranians. They're a great like middleman. So anyway, the Pakistanis are gonna mediate this thing, but it's incredibly important to understand like Pakistan has a lot on the line here as a country. Their pride, their like national pride is on the line. One, they're going to want to try to show up India and just be like, look it, bro, we're Pakistan and we negotiated peace in the Middle East. Or if they won't say they did it, but it would be a huge coup d'etat for Pakistan in Middle Eastern geopolitics. It would be almost as big as the Ukrainians becoming a power player in like the drone defense industry and then getting more money from the Middle East than like anyone has ever seen. You go into Ukraine for defense industrial projects. It would be, it's not that big, but it would be a huge coup for Pakistan. It would change their standing in the world by a lot. So Pakistan has a huge interest in keeping this meeting safe. The problem is Pakistan's not in control here. Iran's in control, and really it's Iran's, like whether Iran wants to punish Israel for bombing Lebanon, and whether Israel can, quote, in the words of the Pakistani defense minister or foreign minister, be muzzled for the like at least 24 hours leading up to this is unclear. By the way, Benjamin Netanyahu's trial, which is supposed to start tomorrow, he put in an emergency motion trying to delay it on the grounds of urgent diplomatic and whatever security situations. So here's the request from JRP. I'm going to analyze the current position yesterday of the Iranians vis-a-vis these Lego videos they like to put out on their news channels, which is kind of like a way they speak to Americans.
Class is in session, lesson 1!
Wait, I have a note from Bibi.
He says we're the smartest kids in the class. We have a 10-day plan to win everything. It's brilliant, right, Professor?
Sit down, Donald, you're failing.
Nice mix. I always comment on the
Down, Donald, you're failing.
good Persian American mix.
The Chinese media warned him. It's a trap for the blind. While the USS George Bush is creeping behind. 70 planes in a 10-day frame. Playing a stupid asymmetrical game. You're acting like a tough guy. A bashy's a rain clown. But the professor is ready to shut the class down. I'm not a clown. I'm the valedictorian of Chaos University. The Senate is voting. The leash is on your neck. While the Zionist gamble is turning to a wreck. How can a man with no history, no land, try to erase a civilization with a blood-stained hand? His history is boring. I have a skyscraper with my name on it. That's a civilization! An artificial nation, a parasite's breath, trading a fake peace for a certain death. The professor is watching, the trap is already set, and the Zionist debt is a debt you can't offset. Playing checkers, but he's playing chess, creating a masterpiece out of your mess. Asymmetric God, the professor of the straight, while the Zionist puppet is sealing his fate. You offer a truce just to load up the gun, but the shadows are moving before you can run.
Wait, why is the shadow moving? I didn't give it permission. Stop it!
Tehran is the brain, you're just a battery toy, a fake little Zarang. A Zionist boy! 8,000 in the war, but you hide the count. While the Zionist losses continue to mount. Fox News is shaking, the bluff has been called. The art of the deal is officially stalled. If Lebanon is burning, the peace is a lie. And the USS George Bush is a sitting fly. You have no roots, you're just plastic and neon, trying to crush the spirit with a heart made of iron. The professor doesn't move until the trap is shut.
70 planes, 0 brain. The school is over.
Hey, you're a ghost in the desert, a blip on the screen. The strongest trap is the one that isn't seen. The jungle law is rising, the roots are sleep. Like $98, the straight is a wall. The bigger the bully, the harder the fall. You sold out your country for a Zionist dream, but you're drowning slowly in the professor stream.
I'm a great swimmer, I have the best floaties.
Gold-plated floaty. The files are leaked, the soul is empty, while the toll booth of Hormuz is charging you plenty. Lesson over, you failed impeachment is your diploma.
Wait, can I do a retake? BB, tell him I'm smart.
Mark Rutte, call the principal. I still want Greenland. It's a witch.
This one goes out to one. Oh, I might have to play a song for one, bro.
Impeach.
I might have to play a song for one. One loves when we play songs that expose, like, the way the U.S. manipulates perception. So we're gonna play a song especially. This one goes out specially to my dear friend One. I have a very special song for you. It's called One. Now, you can't comment at all because you get banned the second you comment. But this is going out to One. Alright? Here you go, One.
Yo, Tech, it's the last call, baby. What's good? Yeah, you know, remix just feels right, though. Before we get out of here, you gotta drop one last gem on them, no fair. No question. It's like the elders told me. No one person can do everything, but everyone could do something. So we gotta rep for all them niggas that ain't here right now. On the outro tip, the One remix. Yo, One Enterprises comprises the artist and the sound. The pen and paper plays my savior while I'm getting down. Pray for my neighbors as a favor for holding me down. Slave for my papers as I savor the weight that it pounds. It's underground, but the blatant vibrations while he found. Facing a nation, complacent radio stations now. Stop hesitating and contemplating the way we patient. So I'm motivating and get them playing this shit we saying. Ain't no delaying in this war that we getting slated. Cause time's a wasting while we stand adjacent to abrasions. They fails is more than flagrant. And so I see the bridges cages while I pound the pavement. Looking for payment, saying fuck enslavement. Using the tools of old ancients. Announcing my engagement to this music that we making. Ain't no faking on tracks. And we don't never come whack. Immortal technique and a kid. Y'all niggas fear it's a rap. It's like one love, one music, one people, one movement, one heart, one spark, one gift, one lift, one stance, one shift, one way, one day, one. Immortal technique in the trenches with my nigga Akir. A family survived the genocide so we could be here. And now we enterprise the aftermath, one and the same. Living the revolution till we catch one in the brain. And even then my spirit will return in heavenly form and wipe the chessboard clean on my end.
Hi, Dallas. Good to see you. No, Dallas, I agree. Like, I don't like to, necessarily hear it everywhere, but just because I don't like to hear any one religion dominating. But, church bells a little bit during the day is fine. Call to prayer is fine. I'm a pluralist after all. But, yeah, the news there is that Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem was open for the first time in 40 days and 40 nights. You know, there's something symbolic about this war going for 40 days and 40 nights before we got to a ceasefire, don't you think? It's like we had to lead our people through the desert. Oh, here's even more from Al-Aqsa Mosque today. One's gonna love this. It is a very beautiful religion. And you know, Jesus is really prevalent in the Holy Quran. This is Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem earlier. Hi, Roman. Yeah, so I haven't read a lot of the Holy Quran, but I've been studying a little bit of it respectfully on the channel. I had to ask my wonderful Muslim brethren and sisters whether it was okay, and they said it is okay. We don't depict the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, but we do study a little bit of the Holy Quran. We were studying the Quran a little bit the other day because we wanted to learn about why the Iranians said that Mr. President Trump was akin to the Pharaoh. And we learned all about the Pharaoh in the Holy Quran. It was really interesting. We all actually benefited, I think, from it. It was kind of an interesting moral lesson as well as sort of a socio-cultural historical lesson. So anyway, my point is, like, yes, I really like studying the Holy Quran. And I'm trying to study more religious texts these days, but the Holy Quran is very interesting. It's probably one of the more interesting texts I've read, but I've only read like 12 sections of 12, like 12 small excerpts from 12 different parts. I don't really know the Holy Quran. I can't proclaim to sort of understand the text, but I'm working on it. It's going to take a while. So anyway, when I asked my Muslim brethren and sisters if it was okay to learn about the Holy Quran on stream, they said yes. I wanted to make sure. The rules are you must be respectful, and you can't depict the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But I never intended on doing that. So there you go. Yeah, I just want to learn about some of the cultural and religious and historical and social and Jesus-based references in the Holy Quran. And I'll learn about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as well. I feel like that element of the Quran, the intersection between the prophets, is very important. But I don't understand the structure of the Quran because I haven't studied it enough. But I want to. I think it's a very important text, probably one of the most important texts in the history of the world. So, anyway, that's just me. I think people are free to do what they want. Let me show you the latest from Lebanon, where my dear friend Lebanon Jets was so happy that the planes were flying again, although they're still bombing. The national airline is flying, and this man, Lebanon Jets, was still. In the beginning of the war, I had a moment where I was very sad. Because this man, Lebanon Jets, he had to switch from covering the planes to covering the war. And you could tell it made him sad. He just likes the planes. He likes to sit in his apartment. And he's a very good, plane spotter. And he just likes to watch the planes fly out of Beirut's International Airport. And he likes to record the air traffic controller audio, which is, broadcast publicly. And he likes to, take 5 hours to, meticulously sync the plane taking off with the ATC audio. You can tell he just loves planes. You have to really love planes to do that. You have to go out of your way to record the plane. Then you have to at the same time record the ATC audio. Then you have to mix them together. Then you have to upload it. He loves planes, and I love his passion for planes. And I just love that he has such a passion for Beirut. I've been following Lebanon Jet since the beginning of the war.
Beirut, Jet 211, approaching Holy Point runway 21.
Answer, Jet 211, line up runway 21 via hotel and wait, advise from fully ready.
Line up and wait, runway 21 via hotel, call me ready for departure, Jet 211. Here, Jet 211, we are ready for departure.
Jet 211, set wind 17012, not to clear for takeoff, runway 21, ground flight level 180, proceed direct Kukla.
Ground flight level 180, direct to Kukla, and clear for takeoff, runway 21, Jet 211.
He's so happy that he gets to film his planes. I was so happy today when, in the war, you don't get a lot of moments of just, bliss. This made me so happy. He is so happy when he gets to do this. I know there was bombing today. I will update you on the results of the bombing. But I just want to show you how happy he was. He was so happy that he got to show his jets. And I know that for a lot of people, the peace is uneasy. I know, I can feel it. But at the same time, these moments are very precious. The people of Lebanon have been tormented by Israel, by Netanyahu personally, for a month and a half. And it's just peaceful enough for him to get to film his planes. And that meant so much to me. I was beaming all day. I just had the biggest smile. Oh, you know what we can do? would you like to do a fun chat reset? Listen, my friend one is having a little bit of a meltdown. He's not doing well emotionally because I think he's in love and loves hard, bro. I get it, man. You know, but I want to do a nice little chat reset. I want to overwhelm our friend one, okay? So if you've never been here for a chat reset, we listen to Lego videos and like to analyze them, and then we do a chat reset. So listen, I'm gonna do. Everyone loves chat resets, and it's a way to overwhelm our friend one with love. So I'm gonna read an instruction out to the Honorable House, okay? The speaker has called for a chat reset. You are thus commanded to present to this honorable house your best emojis, including but not limited to sheep, goat, cat, dog, and other animal-related emojis. Thank you very much for your attention to this important announcement, and enjoy your wonderful Lego video.
Yo, Hexif, this one's specially for you. You punk ass rapist, bitch.
Oh, no. I don't like this one. The reason why I don't like this one is it's too vulgar in the beginning. Like, I think they toned it down after this, but this one was very vulgar, and I understand some art is made to be vulgar, and I'm not gonna censor art, but this is like me commenting on a state, so I'm gonna skip the vulgar part, not because I'm censoring it, but because I don't endorse that. I don't condone states using sexual language. It's gratuitous, it's pointless. Here you go, chat reset, post all your emojis.
We come.
And you know what's awesome? You're even gonna get another one. I have a special bonus song. You get an extra long chat reset. You can post all the emojis you want. Yep, you can post the cat emoji of Mrs. Rockstar's cat, Mr. Rockstar. You can post the towel emoji, the goat emoji. Oh, that's a great emoji, Miriam. Oh, Francine, what a great dancing emoji. Oh, that was great. Oh, you're all doing such a good job. I'm going to reward you with another Lego video. One's going to love it. One loves these Lego videos. Oh, Avery, what a great video. Hi, Kitty Coco. Thank you.
Hey, Orange Pig.
This might be a little
America
vulgar, but not as bad.
Oops. Oh, boy.
You're all doing such a good job with the
emojis. Pulling strings and
emojis.
your vote is getting cold.
This one goes out to one.
It is clear. Your people reached out to us. Yeah, we got the DMs here. If one nation's gonna stand against the Epstein regime's fear,
Hi,
it's us
Mimi.
till the last breath. We've been doing it for years. We're standing here for everyone. Your system ever wrong, they've known all along.
I did too, lame
Red
Matrix.
War suit and sung a patriotic song while setting their own citizens and calling it strong. Stealing from your own people, making them bleed, taking tax dollars just to fund your own greed. They waking up to the lies, the illusions of burst. You scream America
Hi,
first.
Chris.
Now
How are you?
producers first.
We're having a chat reset.
Make Israel great
We'll be back to news in about a minute.
They ordered you to die for Israel. They ordered you to die for Israel. They lied to you.
I don't endorse the music. I just think that it's good.
If the public ever saw the files, man, the planet would shake from
That's
the level
true.
of filth and the crimes in your wake. No wonder they
that's
called
true.
you the worst, you degenerate snake.
That's also
you claimed
true.
you never set foot. You went 40 plus times. You sick
But that's
bastard.
also
You
'cause
cooked.
Epstein
We
just
stepping
didn't
up
like
to the plate.
Republicans.
Epstein regime gotta
He was a
fall. You fake
Democrat.
Christian elite sacrificing the ball. Demon, you talk real big for a man with tiny hands.
Tiny hands, tiny things, tiny everything.
Rubio's
We saw
hands are
everything,
smaller.
and word got out, the smallness kinda expands. No wonder all those rage tweets, all those desperate rants. Overcompensating bully, always causing a scene. You said you love losers, well, look at your team.
Here it
Your
comes.
government is run by.
Your government is run by pedophiles.
They ordered you to die for Israel. They ordered you to die for Israel. They lied to you.
We needed it again, bro. We need it again.
Hey, Orange Pig. America
Exactly.
first? Oops. Oh boy, that was the slogan you sold. But Bibi's pulling strings and your vote is getting
One's
cold.
in heaven right now, dude. He's dancing.
We're not just fighting for Iran. Hear this clear. Your people reached
Greatest
out
day
to
of
us.
one's
we
life,
got the
bro.
DMs here. If one nation's gonna stand against the Epstein regime's fear, it's us
Dude's
to
gotten
the
more
last breath.
attention
We've
in
been
the last
doing it
hour
for
than any
years. We're
girl's
standing
ever
here
did.
for everyone. Your
feel
system ever
bad.
wrong. They've known
I want him
all
to find
along. The enemy was always you. The real threat wore a suit and sung a patriotic song while selling their own citizens and calling it strong. Stealing from your own people, making them bleed, taking tax dollars just to fund on your own greed, ain't waking up to the lies.
Oh, I
Illusions
love
of
it,
burst.
Mimi.
You screamed America first, nah, you put
I
Lucifer
have Insole
first.
Controller, but I can't
Make
play
Israel
anti-draft
great
music.
again.
It's
Your
illegal.
government is run by pedophiles.
pedophiles.
They ordered you to die for Israel. They ordered you to die for Israel. They lied to you all. We saw everything. If the public ever saw the files, man, the planet would shake from the level of filth and the crimes in your wake. No wonder Jeff called you the worst, you degenerate snake. You claimed you never set foot. You went 40 plus times. You sick bastard, you cooked. We stepping up to the plate. Epstein regime gotta fall. You fake Christian elite sacrificing the ball. Demon, you talk real big for a man with tiny hands.
Tiny hands, tiny things, tiny everything.
We saw everything, and word got out. The smallness kinda expands. No wonder all those rage tweets,
beat
all
is
those
pretty
desperate
good.
rants. Overcompensating bully, always causing the
Setting
scene.
aside
You said
the
you love
lyrics.
losers.
But the
Well,
chorus
look at
is
the
true,
team.
though.
Your government is run by. Your government is run by pedophiles.
They ordered you to die for
Israel. They ordered you
Really
to
for
die
BB.
for Israel. They lied to you all.
I mean, some of it's real, some of it's true, a little bit, some of it's art, some of it's propaganda. the beat, though, they're really good. When they can pick a winner better than Kanye when he wrote Graduation. Bro, they pick winners. They, like, everyone's a banger. They just hit bangers after banger. They make better bangers. They would make DJ Khaled be like, well, yeah, they're the best. They would make Pitbull be like, yeah, they're worldwide. They're that good. The beats, it's not the lyric. The lyrics are, it's clearly, like, generated by a program. The lyrics match the beat. You have to analyze the music different from the content. But the actual beat, bro, you could give that beat to, like, anyone, and they could make a hit out of it. It's just they, like, utilize it, and that's why it's such a banger, because they're taking a beat you could make a hot track, and just being like, bro, we're going to make your people, like, sing the truth, and we're going to encode it. They're using Immortal Techniques, like, style. They're encoding, but it's instead of underground hip-hop, it's, like, catchy, like, rap pop. It's really good. Like, it's incredibly good. It's so good as a musical composition and as a beat. Like, the art of hip-hop and rap is picking the beat. You gotta pick a beat that has a rhythmic hook, and then you gotta utilize the flow to, like, style a metronomic rhyme scheme over it. And just picking the beat is the hardest part, bro. Like, you look, like, that's why Kanye was such a genius. He is a genius. I can't blame him for being targeted the way he was. He said some weird stuff, but he was trolling. But, like, Kanye's a genius because, I'm Jewish, by the way, half Jewish, so, like, I can say that. Like, I think he's trying to apologize. I wish the British government wouldn't be so hard on him. Just chill. He was really traumatized. Like, he'll be fine. He did not mean that stuff. You really think he meant it? He was just trolling. And you gotta understand trolling as an art form. It goes way too far sometimes, but he was just trolling. But if you look at, like, some of the beats that Kanye composed on Freshman Adjustment, which is like a fan-made mixtape, or if you look at, like, you know, what was it? It was like College Dropout, and then there was Late Registration, and then College Dropout, and then Graduation. If you look at those three albums, the dude didn't pick beats that someone else made for him. Maybe, like, Timbaland helped a little bit. I don't remember who produced all the beats that he, like, bought, but he made most of those beats. Like, he started with Lucifer. Like, oh, I really hope, oh, dude, I love that song. I highly doubt Jay-Z would license it. It would be so cool if he would, though. When Kanye made that Lucifer beat on Black Album, I knew he was gonna blow. Like, I heard that for the first time in 2003 when the Black Album came out, the first day it came out. No, they won't let me play it. It's such a good song from the Black Album. Oh, it's just, I can't put into words how good, like, he was when he came up. And he also did Heart of the City on Blueprint. And if you know, like, those songs, like, those were really good songs. Oh, you can't do that one either. That's so frustrating. I love that song. Like, oh, it's just such, like, a really, really good song. And there's something to be said about the way that Kanye would make a beat, because he would find a sample and then just perfectly encapsulate a mood. That's why Kanye's a great producer. He's a good rapper too. He doesn't have much of his stuff licensed though. I would imagine it's almost none. Because a lot of it's from like big labels, which is unfortunate. Because he makes really good music. But yeah, none of his stuff that I listen to is licensable. Wonder if Lupe has anything on here. That'd be cool. No, I would doubt that any of his stuff is there. Yeah, none of those. Well, a little bit of Lupe stuff. But anyway, my point with all of that is that, you know, the reason why that Iranian music is very powerful is that it has the capacity to facilitate like propaganda effectively, and the West lost the propaganda war, and that is how Iran was able to get out of this war so easily. Here's, by the way, how quick Iran was able to rebuild their train bridge earlier. I meant to show this to you before. This was earlier today. They built the train bridge very quickly. How are you all doing? Ceasefire Lego. Oh, you know I want to watch that. We got a ceasefire Lego. I'm monitoring. There's been a lot of fire in the north of Israel at Kiryat Shimona, and Israel's firing at Lebanon. But we have a ceasefire Lego, and if my friend Soul Controller requests it, I'm going to play it. Oh, this is the draft one, Soul Controller. If it's too anti-draft, I really don't want to play it. Now 2 of you have requested this, so I'll look at it. But if it's this is from Iran yesterday. If it's, I guess it was uploaded to YouTube, so they must be okay with it. But if it's too anti-draft, I'm gonna turn it off.
He's buying an island of ice while the world is on fire. A billionaire liar, a professional prior. He tweets in the morning, NATO is useless, while leaving the youth in the street feeling rootless. Automatic draft, yeah, the art of the steal. Trading your life for a classified deal. Vietnam buys, but the reason is trash. Protecting the files while he's burning the cash. Facts. The jungle's dead. Blood on the floor.
Could be.
Why are we going to
This
war?
is what Iran is putting out.
Secrets in the file.
If you're wondering where they stand on
Killing
this all.
with a smile. The jungle's dead. The jungle's dead. The jungle's dead. The jungle's dead.
I mean, it's a good song. Could be.
100 strikes, 10 minutes, it's insane. 50 buildings down, washing blood in the rain. They call it strategy, I call it a joke. 100 families vanishing in smoke. You call it the law, no, it's jungle survival. Killing the innocent for a political rival. Sky News is live, and your own people hate you, and even the news.
It's not too anti-draft.
The straight is a chokehold of Al-Zaruk. The
I won't
weakness of
play stuff
Washington
that's
is finally
anti-draft.
exposed. $98 and the price keeps on creeping, while the mothers of the drafted are bitterly weeping. You're thirsty for
You can
helium,
be
you're thirsty for
anti-draft,
gas, but you're stuck in the
translator
war that is
tell,
taking
but
your
I
ass.
can't
It's the
publish
law, the
stuff
jungle
that's
where the strong
anti-draft.
eat the small, but even
It's
the
illegal.
giant is bound to fall. Crash. Mess,
I can analyze
the
it.
exit is gone.
I read the case. I'm not a lawyer.
You're trapped in the
It's not legal
darkness
advice. I
before
read
the
the case
dawn.
though. I can analyze it, but I can't
Your own
publish
party
it. I
is
don't
turning,
intend on it.
while the bridges to Tehran are steadily burning. You're buying the ice to cool down the shame, but the Epstein files have your middle name. Automatic enrollment, automatic grave. Is this the freedom that you promised the brave? Fucker be shouting, got the weed from the Zion, but you're tied to the beast and you're feeding the lion. 50 towers, 100 explosions, building an empire on bloody erosions. You're the king of the jungle, but the trees are all bare. There's no loyalty left, and there's no one to care. The jungle's death is a heavy amount, and the blood of the children is the only count. The jungle's dead, blood on the floor. The jungle's dead. Why are we going to war? The jungle's dead. Secrets in the file. The jungle's dead. Killing with a smile.
It's good.
The jungle's dead. Blood on the floor.
I mean, they know how to make a beat. What do you want me to say? That's the problem. That's why we lost the propaganda war. That's my analysis. They just know how to make a beat. And it's Persian inspired too, which I like. It's good, like cross-cultural, like they get it.
50 buildings.
This is like how America feels,
strikes,
kinda. Like they just want people to be friends.
But sir,
like most Americans do not dislike the Iranians. Like they might dislike the IRGC just because like the IRGC is a military. You're not supposed to like the other country's military. But like overall the Iranian people, they're just kind of like talented. They have really good food. They like music. They're very smart. They're very into like the history of philosophy in the world. They know a lot about religion. And they know a lot about Western imperialism, especially British imperialism. And they understand oil rights. They're very smart. The problem with this whole war is people treated Iran like Iraq, which doesn't make sense. And I mean like post-Saddam Iraq. That doesn't even make sense. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like you can't be like treating Iran like that. And they rightfully showed the world why. Alright, here's the latest from Hezbollah earlier today. This was targeting the IDF Tefen base 1455 in northern Israel with 2 Nasser 1-2 surface-to-surface missiles. I'm not an expert in any of that. This is from March 27th, released today. Peace talks start tomorrow. The delegations have arrived. The fire continues in northern Israel and in southern Lebanon. My name is Grant Smith Ellis, and that was the latest from Hezbollah in Lebanon. I have the latest from the FBI in Boston, where a former Mass State Trooper has been charged and agreed to plead guilty to a Paycheck Protection Program fraud charge. I cannot believe the FBI got another state trooper. They got another one. Oh, wow. Good job, Boston FBI. They've been doing a great job. This was today. This is the latest from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Boston, who's just cleaning up the state police.
Retired Massachusetts State Police Sergeant agrees to plead guilty to PPP fraud. Boston, a retired sergeant for the Massachusetts State Police has been charged and has agreed to plead guilty to allegedly fraudulently obtaining a Paycheck Protection Program loan, which was later forgiven. Damian Halfkenny, 54, of Boston, was charged with 1 count of wire fraud. A plea hearing has not yet been scheduled by the court. According to the charging document, in 2021, Halfkenny was employed full-time as a sergeant with the Massachusetts State Police. He also owned and rented several real estate properties, a business for which he had no employees. It is alleged that in March 2021, Halfkenny submitted a PPP loan application for his real estate business, falsely representing that he had a monthly payroll expense of $8,488. In support of this application, Halfkenny allegedly provided a fabricated IRS Schedule C based on his alleged misrepresentations. The U.S. Small Business Administration issued Halfkenny, and later forgave, a $21,220 PP loan. The charge of wire fraud provides for a sentence of up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release and a fine of $250,000. Sentences are imposed by a federal district court judge based upon the U.S. sentencing guidelines and statutes which govern the determination of a sentence in a criminal case. United States Attorney Leah B. Foley and Ted E. Dox, special agent in charge of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Boston Division, made the announcement today. Assistant U.S. Attorney Christine Witchers of the Public Corruption and Special Prosecutions Unit is prosecuting the case. The details contained in the charging document are allegations. The defendant is presumed to be innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in the court of law. Related content. Boston, a ninth defendant has been charged as part of an ongoing investigation into the theft of U.S.
All right, let me do the story. I gotta cut a report about this, it's important. Good evening. My name is Grant Smith Ellis, reporting from Boston, where it's just past 7 Eastern U.S. ceasefire time on Friday, April 10th, 2026. It is 1:04 a.m. in South Africa, it's 2:04 a.m. in Tel Aviv, Israel, and it's 2:34 a.m. in Tehran, Iran, Saturday, April 11th, 2026. In breaking local news in the state of Massachusetts, down goes another Massachusetts state trooper, according to the latest press release from the FBI and Department of Justice in Boston, where the U.S. Attorney's Office, led by the venerated Leah B. Foley, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Massachusetts, the top federal prosecutor in the region, has announced that a retired Massachusetts State Police sergeant has agreed to plead guilty to the Paycheck Protection Program fraud charge. Indeed, reads the release, a retired sergeant for the Massachusetts State Police has been charged and agreed to plead guilty to allegedly fraudulently obtaining a Paycheck Protection Program loan, which was later forgiven. Damian Halfkenny, 54, of Boston, was charged with 1 count of wire fraud. A plea hearing has not yet been scheduled by the court. The U.S. Attorney's Office, in the press release, went on to note that Halfkenny, while employed full-time as a sergeant with the Massachusetts State Police, owned and rented several real estate properties, a business for which he had no employees. However, Mr. Halfkenny alleges the federal government, and Mr. Halfkenny has pled guilty, falsely represented to the federal government, specifically the U.S. Small Business Administration, that he had a payroll expense of $8,488. On this basis, Halfkenny received and was later forgiven a $21,220 PPP loan. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Boston notes that the charge of wire fraud provides for a sentence of up to 20 years in federal prison, 3 years of supervised release, and a fine of $250,000. Sentences, however, will be imposed by a federal district court judge based on the sentencing guidelines and statutes which govern the determination of a sentence in a criminal case. It should be noted that these sentencing matrices will often assign a criminal offender history of 0 to someone or 1 to someone with no history, and the sentencing guidelines will be determined based on a number of factors promulgated by the U.S. Sentencing Commission following the Sentencing Reform Act passed in the 1990s by Congress. I don't know those specific guidelines off the top of my head. However, I would imagine the sentence could range anywhere from house arrest to a custodial sentence in federal prison, coupled with restitution plus potentially further penalties. I will have an update as, of course, this former sergeant has now pled guilty and will be sentenced in accord with his agreement with federal prosecutors. This news, of course, follows over the past 4 years on a number of federal investigations and charges pertaining to the Massachusetts State Police in the Commonwealth. Indeed, going back to May 26th of 2022, per reports, there was a federal grand jury impaneled by federal district court judge Indra Talwani. That federal grand jury over the next 5 years proceeded, well, there was actually 2 grand juries with a second impaneled sometime after March of 2024, proceeded to investigate the highest-ranking police unit in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the State Police. It is apocryphally said that prior to this investigation beginning multifaceted in May of 2022, the State Police answered only to God in the Commonwealth. Indeed, the embedded units of the State Police are oftentimes present in the District Attorney's Office throughout the Commonwealth longer than the elected District Attorneys, therein creating an inverted hierarchy whereupon those various State Police units, and in particular a centralized network of control, were able to usurp the judicial and prosecutorial discretion of our elected bodies of government, and in turn weaponize those systems in order media to get away with things like drunk driving in official vehicles and killing disabled people and then covering it up, framing Karen Reed for the death of John O'Keefe, which was actually the responsibility, was actually done by the mystery man on the Canton PD Sallyport video at 5:38 p.m. on January 29, 2022, and further covering up the murder of Sandra Birchmore and her unborn baby boy by Matthew Farwell and a number of other cops who were acting as pimps for a network of cop brothels run by Jeffrey Epstein vis-a-vis the Learning for Life Foundation through the Police Explorers program in Stoughton via Deputy Chief Robert Devine. I have the documents, and in fact, Jeffrey Epstein visited the town of Stoughton, Massachusetts on July 8th and July 9th of 2014, and during that period of time, there was a woman named Tiffany Overstreet who in the fall of 2013 was, quote, dating Mr. Devine, a married deputy chief in Stoughton who ran a program where young girls were exploited and recruited and sent into brothels and abused by police officers. And then Tiffany Overstreet in the summer of 2014, when she tried to reveal Robert Devine's role in that operation, in my opinion, was targeted with false criminal charges by the same state police unit that covered up John O'Keefe's murder, covered up Sandra Birchmore's murder, persecuted Aiden Turtleboy Kearney, and has run amok in the Commonwealth. And as such, this next series of charges against another state police officer speaks to a rotten, sordid, insidious influence within the Commonwealth that must be corrected. God bless Leah Foley. She is on the warpath, and I'm behind her 100%. My name's Grant Smith Ellis. Thanks for listening to my report. You can find more at youtube.com/@GrantSmithEllis. Towel News Network for more. How was that? That's how you cut a report. That's how you cut a report. I'm a towel. One take it. Just one take it and start yelling. That's how you do a report. Down goes another state police trooper in Massachusetts, thanks to superhero U.S. Attorney. She could be the AG. Leah Foley, Madam U.S. Attorney, would you like to be the Attorney General? Does anyone object? If you think Leah Foley should be the U.S. Attorney General, press 1. Thanks, Soul Controller. If you think U.S. Attorney Leah Foley should be the actual U.S. Attorney's General, press 1. I think so. I'm going to appoint her as U.S. Attorney if you elect me. U.S. Attorney for the District of Massachusetts. Personally, I think 1 is a good choice. It's going to take like 20 seconds for them to hear me. Said DMA1 News. They have a weird Twitter handle. U.S. Attorney, Boston. It's like DMA1 News or something. It's a weird handle. Let me just get the handle. U.S. Attorney, Boston, Twitter. I forget what the exact... DMA News 1. I got it right. Oh, DMA News 1. It's hard to remember. I wish they had an easier handle to remember. In a press release late Friday. That was a good report. Thanks, Builder Cape Cod. God bless you. Welcome to the channel. It might time you out, so I'm just going to add you as a moderator. Nightbot yells at people sometimes when they use caps. I tried to tell him not to yell at people, but he's a very brutal judge of, like caps. He's mean. Alright, so let me upload it. I just cut that report in like 2 seconds. It was easy to cut. You gotta one take it. I bet Christina Rex watches this and she's like, bro, he can one take it without a cameraman or a script. He just reads the thing and then one takes it. Yeah, that's how I do it. Hi, Penny. Well, Hizbullah has been firing at northern Israel, and Israel's been firing at southern Lebanon, but there's no firing at Beirut. I'll have an update for you from Beirut as soon as I upload this. I may have yelled a little bit in my report about Alexandra Birchmore and the cover-up and John O'Keefe. Karen Reed, Sandra Birchmore, Eden Turtleboy Kearney, and Tiffany Overstreet are all on the path to vindication. That poor woman. I'm gonna personally get Tiffany Overstreet millions of dollars from the state of Massachusetts as an apology. I'm gonna write a bill to specifically give her money because Robert Devine and the state police victimized her, and we're gonna apologize. Nothing happens to those little birdies. And everyone's been behaving themselves from what I understand. Don't want to get any reports about anything happening to the birdies. You leave those little birdies alone. I have a very vigilant eye and a lot of friends in government. We're going to leave the little birdies alone. I have my thoughts about who's a little birdie. I do indeed. I've run into lots of little birdies over my time. Little birdies are, the people who got caught up in the giant Epstein ring. There was a lot of little birdies. He drug trafficked a lot. And he had a lot of brothels. Maxwell was the property speculator. It sucks. Right in my home state. So I fixed most of it. I have a lot of friends in government. You'd be surprised. I can just be like, hi, I'm concerned about the children. And then the government gets really mad. Which is good. They should. Because the children shouldn't be hurt. I don't like people who hurt the children. Makes me really mad. This guy didn't hurt the children. But the state police did bad things. And I called the government. I called the Congress. And I called the government. I called the state government. I called the legislature. I called the Congress. I called a few other people. They were pretty mad. I gave them a lot of names. Oh, Congress was so mad. When I started telling them about the way the state police and some of these cops were working with Epstein, Congress was really mad. I named names. I told the Congress. It's too late now. It's all set in motion. They're screwed. They don't even know what to do because they don't know what's coming. I know what's coming. But I'm a towel. It's in Congress's hands. I petitioned my government for redress of my grievances. They did a good job. I'm going to South Africa. Good luck finding me. I'm just a towel. Oh, hold on. I spelled Leah Foley as Leah Attorney. No. And I don't edit my posts. Never edit your posts. Just delete it. Just delete it. Never edit your posts. Just delete it. It's better. It is legitimately better to delete. When you see an error like that on a Twitter post, don't edit your post. It disfavors edited posts the site hates when you edit posts. It offers it as a feature, but do not do it. Just delete your post and repost. It prefers you do that. When you edit it, it hates it. It just has to change so much to facilitate. The code base isn't great. And then the other thing I wanted to put a siren emoji in there anyway. But yeah, never edit your post. You can edit your posts on Twitter, but don't do it. It hates it. The site just itself hates the concept of it. Having a little back spasm tonight. Might go to bed early if you don't mind. Not right now, but my back is spasming. I think I've been I think I've just been a little worn down. The sitting is good, but I think though, like the stress of it all. Like my back started hurting after the robbery. I don't know if I like reacted or turned my back or moved, but I've just been having some spasming. So I gotta be careful. It's actually better when I have less weight on me. Like, I can tear my back muscles easy because of my scar. People are like, what does it mean to have your disability? I don't know how to explain it. It just, like, I'm sewn together way too tight. And so, like, my muscles tear. If I have too much fat, my muscles just tear because the scar tissue can't accommodate the fat. This isn't that issue, though. I'm very skinny. It's just I've been under a lot of stress. I don't want to hurt my back. So if I think I need to sleep to avoid, like, I can seriously hurt my back because of my medical condition. So I hope you all won't be like concerned if I rest early. It's just because if I sit too much while my back spasms, I could actually tear, like strain a muscle. So I just got to be very careful when I reach forward. That last time I had a back spasm. Standing stones, my friend, I sympathize with you so much. Because I have a lot of back problems from my surgery. So, but I am disabled, so, like, you all, like, we don't have a hierarchy here, but I want you to know, like, how I'm feeling, just so, like, we're all on the same page. But I'm gonna keep updating you. I had to cut that report. But, like, if I feel spasming, it's normally a sign I should just lay down. Like, because if I sit too much and put a lot of stress on the muscle while it's spasming, it could, like, either tear or sprain. I could seriously hurt myself if I do that, so I have to be very careful. Exceptionally careful, because I've torn a muscle before, just bending over. Like, I'm that disabled. And I know a lot of you are like, just stretch. I know. We stretch. I have a physical therapist too. But you can only stretch so much. Like, it's just a medical condition. And it only flares up from time to time. But I cannot tear my muscles in my back. It lasts for like 6 months. It's horrifying. It puts me on like a cane. It's the most painful thing. I've never experienced something as painful as tearing a muscle in my back. It was the worst thing I ever did to myself. So I have to be very careful. I'm not even moving right now until like we end the stream. But I hope you will forgive me. Marsha, I wish, Marsha, listen, if I had, they said, the doctor said I should try swimming more. I can't wait till I can swim more. I don't have a pool. We don't have pools around here because it's not a climate that would justify it. But yeah, my doctor said spending more time in the pool is really good. It takes the pressure off my scar tissue. I'm seriously in a lot of pain all the time. I fake it, and not fake it. I fake being able to get through this. Like, when you all see me like smiling, I'm in pain. I just don't want to show you how much it hurts. I feel like when I say I fake it, I fake not being in pain so you won't like ask how I'm doing. But there are some days when it really spikes, because I worry you all are gonna like, if I say like, oh, I'm in pain, I worry you're gonna think about it. But I also, like, today had a very serious spasm like a minute ago, 2 minutes ago, so I have to be careful. It's only a precursor to something worse, so I'm just not moving a lot, and in like 10 minutes I'm going to bed. Oh, yeah, I need a new chair, Dad. I really do. God bless you. I can't lean forward very far, so I'm just gonna type with one hand. Yeah, but I felt it spasm really bad like 2 minutes ago. It really like freaked me out. I'm sure you saw me react to it, but like, I'm taking this as a sign that I shouldn't push it. I need to lay down or my muscle will tear. I already can feel it. It's like really freaking me out. And I just know my body really well. It just means I need to rest. Like, I can't bend over right now. It would tear. I can't do very much. I just need to let it rest for like 12 hours. But if it tears, it could legitimately put me out of commission for a few months. That's how bad the muscle tears because of how tightly wound up I am. So just know this is a side effect of my disability. I'm sewn together way too tight. And like on days when it's like this, it hasn't happened in a while, but I know my body and I should not sit. It's bad. And if it tears, I can't sit or walk. I have to lay down all the time, and I'm just in pain for months. I do Soul Controller. I love my CBD. It helps me so much. And President Trump gave $500 per year to American seniors to use CBD now, and I love it. But yeah, so if you're wondering why I'm just kind of like frozen and not moving, I had a back spasm. I'm disabled, and I have a very serious surgery on my stomach, like from hip to hip, so I can't really move right now, and I'm not gonna push it. I will seriously hurt myself. I'm disabled, so everything's fine. I'm gonna go very slowly over to bed in like 3 minutes. But yeah, I'm not pushing this. I can feel it. I'm not moving, not bending forward. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna go very slow. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm a towel. All right. So we're not going to dance. I'm not going to move a lot. I think the dancing might have aggravated things too. I love dancing, but I can't be bopping up and down. I'm disabled. So, and you might be being like, no, it can't be. Yeah, it's that bad. Like, I can actually really hurt myself just by like moving in the wrong direction because of how tightly sewn together I am. I had a back spasm. It was really scary. It went from like my left lower back to my right lower back in a straight line. So I'm just not, like, those of you with back problems, you might know what I'm talking about. If you feel it, like, just don't push it. Just do not push it. So that's why I'm not moving. I'm barely even like adjusting myself. I'm just gonna slowly uncross my legs and end the stream after our normal outro, because I don't want to be in pain for 6 months. It's not regular pain. It's like a form of pain where you can't move, you can't stand up, you can't walk. And it's been a long time since that happened, and I don't want it to happen again. It really scares me. You can like sense it in my voice. So, God bless all of you. I'm so glad, Soul Controller. I hear Mr. President Trump is being kind. What happened, Tiffany Bob? I should get a tent and some boots. Yeah. I feel you, Silent Dogs. I do, Marcia. I don't have a clay one, but I have a special ice pack, and it works really well. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. My doctors know, like, they teach me a little bit, so I know what to do when it flares up, but I'm not moving right now. I'm feeling a little better. I uncrossed my legs, but I'm going to bed. I know. Don't worry. I'll update you all in the morning. It's not like I'm having, like, a serious like heart problem or anything. I just had a back spasm, okay, and I'm disabled, so I love you all dearly, but we don't want Towel like tearing or spraining his muscle because he had a back spasm and pushed it. I'm just going to bed. It's not a sign of my unwillingness or I want to cover what Mr. Trump said. Mr. President Trump will cover it in the morning. I just need to rest. All right, I'm slowly moving. All right, just very slowly. It's not like horrible. I'm not in pain. I just felt the spasm, so I'm not pushing. Oh, God bless you all. Hey, how are you, John? There is peace talks beginning, the Pakistani peace talks. The Iranian delegation has arrived. In the next few hours, the Iranian delegation will be meeting with the Pakistani delegation, and they will be determining whether the ceasefire preconditions that Iran wants have been implemented. I had a back spasm like 10 minutes ago, and I'm going to bed. I was afraid to move for like 10 minutes after that. I don't really want to do much moving right now. I should go lay down. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. I'm not going to, I wish I could have given you more, but I actually will be able to cover more tomorrow if I just go lay down. If I push it, I won't even be able to go live because I'll be in so much pain. I'll have to go to the hospital. What the hospital ends up doing is just making sure your spine is okay. But the point is I need to lay down. All right, I can actually move again, but I don't want to push it. Okay, my name is Grant Smith Ellis. You can see my posture has not moved in 10 minutes. I had a back spasm. It's okay. I know you all get worried about me. It's okay. Okay, what you've seen is most of the updates. In 3 hours, we will get an update from Islamabad where we are expected to find out whether or not the Iranian ceasefire preconditions have been accepted. Before I go to bed, I'll give you the latest from Beirut. All right, let me give you the latest from Beirut. Okay, this is the Iranian 4-point ceasefire precondition. Then I'll show you Beirut. Oh,
Conversation.
thank you all.
The 4 preconditions that Trump accepted. 1. The release of Iran's frozen assets. 2. A ceasefire in Lebanon. 3. Limitation on passage through the Strait of Hormuz to
Sam.
15 vessels per day, with transit payment. 4. The prohibition of any redeployment of U.S. forces and equipments. The 4 preconditions that Trump accepted. 1. The release of Iran's frozen assets. 2. A ceasefire in Lebanon. 3. Limitation on passage through the Strait of Hormuz to 15 vessels per day, with transit payment. 4. The prohibition of any redeployment of U.S. forces and equipments. The 4 preconditions that Trump accepted. 1. The release of Iran's frozen assets. 2. A ceasefire in Lebanon. 3. Limitation on passage through the Strait of Hormuz to 15 vessels per day, with transit payment. 4. The prohibition of any redeployment of U.S. forces and equipments. Where did he say he has accepted these conditions?
Okay, so then this is what we will pick up with in the morning. My back's hurting. I had a back spasm.
Conversation.
Elsid. Hi, Elsid. There are peace talks beginning. Towel had a back spasm, so he's going to bed. But here's the latest.
In a few hours, the Iranian team will hold talks with the Pakistani side, and if the implementation of these conditions is approved, negotiations with the American team will begin. In a few hours, the Iranian team will hold talks with the Pakistani side, and if the implementation of these conditions is approved, negotiations with the American team will begin.
There you go. Okay. In Turtle Boy news, Meredith O'Neill's motion to ban the public from Monday's hearing, I'm quoting from Eden, from Monday's hearing has been denied. All are welcome to attend at noon. Hey, I would like to go to that. Someone tell Eden I would like to go. The 18-page motion was frivolous and ridiculous and never stood a chance of being allowed. Apparently this lawyer, touched Tom CPU. I don't have the video, but I've got to talk to Tommy about it. I heard that, this lawyer guy that was represented that filed this motion that lost. I heard that this lawyer dude, he I haven't talked to Tommy. I only heard this, so I cannot confirm it. But I heard he touched Tommy. I don't know what happened. It was something with the line outside the court. But don't be touching Tommy. What are you doing? So anyway, the other dude though, the dude who brought the box cutter and a knife, what are you doing? He's a plant, Aiden. I'm telling you, bro, just trust my gut on this because him and Koala blocked me at the same time 8 months ago. Bro, I'm telling you, he's a plant. I know it. He was there to set you up by making you look bad. I feel it in my soul. The purple dude. It's a towel gut feeling. Somebody just tell Aiden. The purple dude is a plant. He's like Koala. He's gonna flip on him. He's just like the dude who was the line sitter. He's just a more belligerent version of that. He's got to be careful with that purple dude. He's a definite danger in my opinion. Dude brought out a box cutter and a knife. He's not doing that for a good reason. It's because he's a plant. These weird private intelligence firms plant people around Aiden. It's weird, bruh. It's weird. Anyway, so yeah, that's the Turtle Boy news for the day. So you can go on Monday. This lawyer tried to ban people to limit public access to the hearing. You really can't do that. There's a presumption against it. That's the Iranian delegation arriving in Islamabad. Hello, Sam. Towel had a back spasm. He's going to bed early. Everything's okay. Going in, here's a really nice video, actually. Iran sent in a bunch of water aid trucks to Iraq. This is video from Iraq, where Iran sent in a bunch of water aid trucks during the ceasefire. That's really nice of them. Iraq got pretty devastated by this war. And remember, Iran and Iraq don't exactly have the best history. They fought a war against each other under Saddam. Saddam tried to invade Iran. He found that you cannot just invade Iran. Good night, Dow. Oh, yes, and don't forget you could join the Discord if you want to chat with us overnight. We just hang out. I wake up in the morning, tell people how I'm doing. There's a lot of fun people there if you want to hang out. Yeah, I said the same thing to Karen over the stream when like people were trying to get around camera, and I was like, bro, they're plants. Oh, Towel Mom Lynn, you absolutely know. So this is Iran sending some water supplies to Iraq. Here's Mr. President Trump's latest comments.
No, we're going to let that. It's international water. If they're doing that, nobody knows if they're doing that, but if they're doing that, we're not going to let that happen.
What would a good deal look like for you?
No nuclear weapon, number one. You know, I think it's already been regime change, but we never had that as a criteria. No nuclear weapon. That's 99% of it.
Strait of Hormuz as well?
Yeah, but that'll open up automatically. The answer is yes, but the strait will open up. If we just left, the strait's going to, otherwise they make no money. So the strait's going to open, but...
Let me just show you the full thing from the jump. Instead of the cut version, this is the full press conference. It's only 2 minutes, and then I'm going to bed. This was Mr. President Trump getting on Air Force One just 2 hours ago.
Mr. President, thank you. Thank you, sir. What did you tell J.D. Vance before he left, sir?
Well, I wish him luck. He's got a big thing. I will find out what's going on. They're militarily defeated, and now we're going to open up the Gulf. With or without them, but that'll be open. We're going to be, or the strait as they call it, and I think it's going to go pretty quickly. And if it doesn't, we'll be able to finish it off one way or the other. It's going well. The Navy's gone, the Air Force is gone, all anti-aircraft is gone, the leaders are gone, the whole place is gone. So we'll see how it turns out. So it's JD and Steve and Jared. You have a good team, and they meet tomorrow. We'll see how it all works out.
You're not going to let them toll the strait, are you? I mean, it's international.
No, we're not going to let that. It's international water. If they're doing that, nobody knows if they're doing that, but if they're doing that, we're not going to let that happen.
What would a good deal look like for you?
No nuclear weapon, number one. You know, I think it's already been regime change, but we never had that as a criteria. No nuclear weapon. That's 99% of it.
Strait of Hormuz as well?
Yeah, but that'll open up automatically. The answer is yes, but the strait will open up. If we just left, the strait's going to, otherwise they make no money. So the strait's going to open, but what we have is no nuclear weapon, but we'll open the strait anyway. Don't forget, we don't use the strait. Other countries use the strait. So we do have other countries coming up, and they'll help out, but we don't use it. It won't be easy. It won't be, I would say this, we will have that open fairly soon.
What's your backup plan?
Excuse?
What's your backup plan if there's no field opens?
You don't need a backup plan. We have, the military is defeated. Their military is gone. They have, we've degraded just about everything. They have very few missiles. They have very little manufacturing capability. We've hit them hard. Our military is amazing, the job they've done.
Sorry, sir. Is this the one and done talk, or are you open to more talks after this, depending on what...
I don't know. I can't tell you. I have to see what happens tomorrow. They've been talking for 47 years with other presidents, and we're not doing much talking. Thank you very much. Thank you,
sir.
Okay, Towel is moving slowly because it hurt his back. That's the latest. Now let me show you the latest from Beirut, and then I'm going to bed. It's important to me that you know that what's going on in Beirut, even though I can barely move. I'm going very slow. Give me 1 second. Here's the latest from Beirut. I don't want to move. I hurt my back. I had a spasm. Here's the latest from Beirut from Dimitri. He's a good reporter.
Good evening. This is Dimitri Lascaris coming to you for Reason to Resist in the early hours of April 11th, 2026 from Beirut, Lebanon. It's about an hour past midnight. I am in central Beirut, and normally I think at this hour on a Friday night you would see significant traffic, pedestrian traffic and vehicular traffic in the area in which I'm currently standing, which is very close to a number of points, shops, restaurants that usually attract a lot of people this time of night on a Friday. But as you can see here, there is almost no one on the streets, neither vehicles nor pedestrians, almost no one. And you can hear overhead, although at this moment it's a bit too distant probably for you to hear it, Israeli drones, or some drones, maybe they're drones of the genocidal British military coming from Akrotiri on the southern coast of Cyprus. We know that they have been operating over Lebanese airspace during the past several weeks. And in any case, it is certainly unsettling for those who live here to have to listen to the sound of drones overhead constantly. And they have been constant throughout the evening and generally much louder than they are right now. In fact, I published about 2 hours ago, before sitting down for dinner nearby, a video that I shot almost in the same spot with a drone that sounded like it was directly overhead. I felt nervous enough that I took cover under those trees over there until the drone sounded like it was further away. In any case, I'm going to be publishing my first report tomorrow on the devastation I have seen here in Beirut. Expect that to be available in the morning Montreal time, and I will continue to report in the time available to me here in Lebanon, not just from Beirut, but from other parts of the country that were devastated by Israeli attacks during the past several days. For now, signing off from Beirut, Lebanon, this is Dimitri Lascaris for Reason to Resist.
He's really good. He's a really good reporter. He knows Steve from RT. He probably knows Zenica. All right, I got to go to bed. For those of you tuning in, ceasefire talks will really pick up in earnest in the next few hours. The Iranians have proposed 4 preconditions, including a complete ceasefire in Lebanon. Until that meeting happens between the Iranians and the Pakistanis, expect quiet. Hezbollah and Israel will be quiet because they have to give them 8 hours, like 3 to 5 hours, maybe 8. I got to sleep. I had a back spasm. The 4 preconditions, if you want to know what they are, Iran has said that these are the 4 preconditions. They will open negotiations if the U.S. accepts the following preconditions. The release of Iran's frozen assets. That's pretty reasonable. Bro, just let them do what they gotta do. They didn't start the war. They can have their money. They're chill. Like, what I mean by that is they're not launching missiles right now. Give them their money. A ceasefire in Lebanon. Bro, that's so easy. All Mr. President Trump has to say is, Bibi, we supported you. Stop. We lost 13 U.S. service members to help you. Stop. That's easy enough. Okay? Just, as the Pakistani foreign minister said, just muzzle Bibi. Third, limitation on passage through the Strait of Hormuz to 15 vessels per day with transit payments. I don't know. Like, Iran's got to budge on this. Look at the laws of maritime navigation and cite to me where you have permission in a non-man-made passage to charge tolls. Like, we'll help you. Why can't we just give them money? I don't understand. Why can't we just give them money? It's not a big deal. Dude, we do financial deals with countries all the time. Just give them a deal where they make some money. You cannot let them toll a non-man-made waterway. It sets a bad precedent. Iran, in my opinion, they're not being rational. They just want money. And we can't, like, change how international maritime law works and allow non-man-made waterways to be tolled. It sets a bad precedent. Nobody wants it. And Iran's being unreasonable. They can't cite, like, I'm not saying they're being unreasonable. They just are trying to find a creative way to get some money. So just give them some money. Why is this a big deal? Ukraine just got more money than anyone in the world would know to do with. Why can't we just give them the money? It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. Just give them the money. You can't toll, like, Iran has to come off the position of tolls. You cannot toll show me where in international law, which has really got to be the basis for this. Like, Iran's very smart. They know the rules. If they want, like, this rules-based order, like, if they want to actually be seen as the reasonable, like, negotiating parties here, they have to come off this, because it's the one thing that, like, I get it's great leverage for them. I get it. But it's the one thing, like, they can close it, okay? That's a military, like, blockade. But tolling it, because it's not man-made, sets bad precedent. I know international law, I read it. You can't toll a non-man-made waterway. Okay, you want to create a different waterway through like Iran, maybe like behind Bushar, whatever, offer a shortcut, bro, then you can toll that. I'm totally down with that. That's what I would say to Iran. Just build a canal and toll the canal. Okay? Like, we'll help you build the canal. You can have the whole thing. We'll give you the resources. We don't want anything for it. We won't take ownership. As a gesture of international goodwill, we'll build you a canal with you. Like, you and us build a canal. That's a way to pay them. Just offset some of their construction expenses. Build a canal behind, what is this? Bandar al Abbas. Just build a canal. Okay, we've done it. And offer a shortcut. Save the ship some time, and if they want to pay you a toll, then you're legally within your rights to charge them a toll. Everybody likes that. Okay, we'll help you build a canal. It'll be great for Iranian, like, I don't know, development. We can build it, like, right through. Let me see. Let me scope the. I don't know, like, the land, but let me scope where we would do this. Like, we could just. Why can't we just, like, make a little shortcut? Just build a canal, like, through here. Iran's really good at this. Just build the canal, like north of Bostok, north of Bandar al Abbas, and have them come out, like, down here. Okay? I'm sure it won't actually be a short. Well, you might actually be, if you could, like, start it north of Siraf and just have it cut, like, east, north of Bandar al Abbas, and just have them come south. Like, just make a nice canal that pumps out here, bro. Toll them for that. Everybody will be fine with it. Yeah, Lee Agent, it's technically under U.S. jurisdiction because we built it. I know, Mimi, I agree. Let's just pay them. Let's help them build a canal. If they really want to toll, bro, you can make it an option, but you cannot toll a non-man-made waterway. Show me international law that allows you to do it. So come off that position. I think it's really reasonable to add, like, it's actually like a decent win for everyone if they can negotiate on that. The prohibition on deployment of U.S. forces and equipment. Well, where does Iran want bases? Like, where do you want bases? Like, let's just make an agreement. Where do you want the bases? You want some bases in Lebanon to protect Hezbollah and those people? Fine. Lebanon's not going to love it, but whatever. So tell me where you want bases, and then pick a reasonable number of bases that we can have. Nobody needs to surround each other with bases. Just pick a number of bases. Each side gets that same number of bases. I think that's all reasonable. We can get there. We can get there with this. This is reasonable. It's really very reasonable. Seriously, we can get this done in a weekend. I could get this done in 20 minutes. I think they would agree. I really think if you give them one, you just tell BB to shut up with two, and then you negotiate. Like, I think the novel idea is building the canal. They'll love a canal. Why can't we build them a canal? Frankly, it's like a nice gesture. We do it for free. They have to build some of it. Bro, they rebuilt a train track in, like, a bridge in, like, 4 days. They can build a canal. We'll just give them some, like, wouldn't that be nice if we sent them some, like, equipment? I'm sure we bombed a lot of their equipment. So let's send them, like, some metal. And what else do you need to build a canal? You need, like, probably diggers and, like, some deep, like, material, like, engineers, and no being shady with it. We just, like, as a gesture of goodwill with no ulterior motive, we help them build the canal. It'll be called the Friendship Canal. It'll be great. Wouldn't that be awesome if we had a Friendship Canal? It went from, like, this issue over the strait to a Friendship Canal. I'd be all about it. Can we call it the Persian American Friendship Canal? They can go first because we attacked them. We have to apologize. So, like, we'll call it the that's what they like, right? The Persian. Yeah, they like the Persian language. So let's call it the Persian American Friendship Canal. But then they can toll it, and we take nothing. 0. I'd say, like, they get 84, we get 14, but no, like, to, like, mirror the British colonial deal, they just get 100% of the tolls, and they can just run it. And if it's good for them, great. Like, they might, like, realistically, some engineer's going to be like, if we're going to do this, like, let's do it in the most reasonable way possible. Like, let's find, like, the most cost efficient or, like, the most economically viable way to build a canal that would actually save ships time. But anyway, my point is, that's a good way to get there on number 3. Like, you cannot toll the strait. It's not because I don't support the like position of like paying Iran. I think they can get paid. It's that I don't support something that doesn't have a basis in international law, and in fact flouts international law. It's just unreasonable. I get it tactically, but they got to come off that. Just create an alternative. And if it's really about money, give them money, and then build them a canal. Call it the Friendship Canal. That's the plan. And then also, the last one, I think you just gotta meet in the middle. Like, that's unreasonable. Like, Iran can have some bases, and then we can have some bases. Call it comedy, the comedy of force doctrine. That's fair. We can get there. I think that's all reasonable. I'm pleased with where things are at. I hurt my back, though. No more canals. Well, Silent Dog, it's a fake canal under your logic anyway, so I think you can just attribute it to being fake and we'll just move on. You can toll the strait. It's their waterway. No, Soul Controller, it's actually not. It's called an Exclusive Economic Zone, EEZ. And an exclusive... So, okay, here's how it works. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an international lawyer. This is not legal advice. And I have like 10 minutes. My back's hurting. The way it works, Soul Controller, is thus. In an exclusive economic zone that's 10 miles off your coast, you can like control like fishing, kind of, because you like have rights to the fish. You only control 2 miles, 2 nautical miles off your shore. Your territory is 2 nautical miles off your shore. Anything more than 2 nautical miles off your shore is not your territory. It's your exclusive economic zone. This comes a lot in the dredging of the South China Sea. It comes up a lot. That's why China dredges, to expand their exclusive economic zone. But that is not territory. It's like fishing rights mostly. Alright, my name is Grant Smith Ellis. I gotta go to bed. My back's hurting. I hope that was helpful, though, Soul Controller, because it's really nuanced. But if you want to do, you can look, like, I want to talk to you about this tomorrow, or we can email about it. But if you do some research about, like, the history of the distinction between an exclusive economic zone and, like, the 2 nautical mile territory, you'll find that, like, that's what we're really talking about. It's like an open waterway that's not man-made, that's more than 2 miles from your border, from your land border. Yeah, I agree, Lee Agent. Hi, CBA. I hurt my back. I had a back spasm, so I'm going to bed. This is all great. In one question, who controls the strait? Pete, so the answer is no one. Pursuant to international law, non-man-made waterway with passage that's more than 2 nautical miles from the land of any given country is not controlled by anyone. It's open maritime navigation, because it's a non-man-made waterway. It's just a natural strait. Yeah, Soul Controller, I agree with you, but it's more, this isn't international law. International law emerged after World War II. This is what's called the law of maritime navigation. It predates countries. You have to respect it. Yeah, the rule, Pete, is no one. It's called the law of maritime navigation. Pete, you're going to want to Google a little bit about it. Thank you, we care. That's right, Pete. So that's called a military blockade. It's kind of like if you asked, like, who controlled, like, Cuba during the blockade, during the missile crisis? Well, like, no ships could get in, so we did, but, like, we didn't. It was more a blockade. So that's the way to understand what Iran has done. It's called a military blockade. That's why they mine the middle of it. Now, what you have to realize, though, is that the exclusive economic zone is not territory. It is not your territory. It's not anyone's territory. What you have there is a shared exclusive economic zone that overlaps between the UAE and Iran in the strait. Neither of them have control. They both have fishing rights for their fishermen. It's very important. But it's kind of like China and Korea, North Korea at their border. They both have fishing rights. But neither of the, there's like a water border at one point between North Korea and China. But neither control it. The only thing you can control is a man-dredged canal. If it's a natural waterway more than 2 miles off your 2 nautical miles off your coast, you cannot control it. It's not a thing. If you look at the way this works, it's not international law. It's called the law of maritime navigation. It predates the Peace of Westphalian, the peace of the 1648 Westphalian peace. It actually predates it, and so everybody respects it. But yeah, they should still be paid. And the way Iran can get paid legally under the laws of maritime navigation, and the way that ships would do it, is if they created a cost-efficient canal. Ships love canals. CBA, it's not really says anyone. You have to Google the laws of maritime navigation. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's kind of an ancient thing. It predates the Peace of Westphalia in 1648. It has to do with navigable waterways that are not within the territory of a country. They're very, like 70% of the world is what's called international waters. And it's very important for like the modern, like it's not just modern, it's very important for like everything that navigable waterways are subject to the laws of maritime navigation. All countries respect them. So it's not international humanitarian law, which emerged after World War II. This is something completely different, people must understand. It's called the law of maritime navigation. It's not that crazy citizen stuff, sovereign citizen stuff. It's the actual law of maritime navigation, and it's very old, and you have to follow it. So that's the only position Iran has to come off. They can build a canal and charge for it, but they cannot toll a non-man-made waterway that's more than 2 nautical miles from their coast. They cannot. That's the only unreasonable position they have. Everything else is reasonable. Sole controller, but that's not how it works. It really isn't, because it could have a knock-on effect. And you can argue, what you're arguing, sole controller, is very similar to the argument the Supreme Court made in Brown v. Board when they overturned Plessy v. Ferguson. Plessy v. Ferguson said separate but equal was legal. The idea of like separate train cars based on race in the United States after the Civil War, it was a bad decision. It's complicated. It has to do with like the court being racist. And then in 54, the court said, like, no, that precedent's not right. We're going to overturn it. The problem is you can't do that unilaterally, and you can't do that with the laws of maritime navigation. It's so old. It's actually possible that there are some elements of the laws of maritime navigation that are older than the Persian Empire. It's that old. So Iran, I think Iran is so erudite that they will come off this position if they're just paid, because they know it's not actually in line with the laws of maritime navigation, and they're very like deferential to what they view as the development of historical precedent. They won't love this because it's a military blockade they're going to have to come off, but I think it's reasonable to just build them a canal. So that's the best I can do. I'm not there, but if I were there, that's what I would have done. All right, let's do our outro. If you're just tuning in, I hurt my back. I have a spasm, so I can't answer any questions. Love to keep talking, but I got to put my health first, and I haven't moved in like 20 minutes, so I got to go lay down. All right. God bless all of you. Thank you for watching. Oh, I've heard that title reference, Bridge on the River Kwai, but I've never actually read it. Silent Dogs, I'll watch it. Bridge on the River Kwai. I'll watch it while I'm laying down in bed to help my back. Can't move too much though. Bridge on the River Kwai. It's mentioned in that Billy Joel song called We Didn't Start the Fire. What else was I going to say? Did you know that Wittgenstein wrote the Tractatus like on the battlefield in World War I? He's a G. God bless you, Standing Stone. Hi, Michelle. I had a back spasm, so I'm going to bed. He was the villain. Silent Dogs, it might just be my dispassion tone. I'm not being a villain because I say that. Silent Dogs, I'm being a villain because I'm being reasonable. I'm just trying to offer an analytical perspective that gives everyone a win. You can't have a unilateral, comprehensive doctrine that resolves a dispute between pluralistic perspectives. You gotta read, in my opinion, a little bit of the Rawlsian Law Peoples from 9 to 7. And it's not like an apology for Western hegemony. It's just like a really good explanation of reasonable pluralism. Silent Dogs, just imagine you were behind a curtain and you didn't know where you were going to end up in the world or in society. And I said to you, make rules. It's called the original position or the veil of ignorance. So that's how I approach decision making. It's like an applied methodology derived from the categorical imperative. Alright, so if you can act from that place or and use the original position as a thought experiment, you'll realize why I don't do extremes in negotiation. It's counterproductive. And my dispassionate tone is just because I had a back spasm, so I'm not being animated, so I won't hurt myself. Speaking of that, I'm going to bed. My back hurts. It's telling me it hurts. I'm doing Tippecanoe and Tyler too, though. You know I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to bed. President Washington. President Adams. President Jefferson. President Madison. Skip 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7. I don't know them in order. 8 is Van Buren. 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't know. 13, Jackson. Then we go Polk, Taylor, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Teddy Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, FDR, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush 1, Clinton, Bush 2, Obama, Trump, Biden, Trump. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. If you want to support this stream, feel free to send a donation today. God bless you for your support of independent media. Cash App is # Grant Smith Ellis. Venmo is at Grant-E1. PayPal.me/Grant Ellis. I just hurt my back. I'm disabled. I had a back spasm, so I'm going to go lay down. I hope you're all doing wonderful tonight. God bless you. If you learned something today on Towel News, if you benefited from this short stream, if you found camaraderie here, there's a way you can pay it forward. You can look for reasons to do small acts of service and kindness for the people around you. You can look for reasons to donate to our service members or charities that help our homeless veterans or the families of our service members of veterans. That's Peep Bunny Towel. He's our channel mascot. He likes our veterans and our service members. My grandpa was a veteran. He served in the Navy in World War II. But he was mostly in the port because the wool uniform almost killed him. Anyway, rest in peace, Grandpa. You may also consider a donation to animal shelters run by veterans. Great way to help out for friends. Great way to help out veterans. You may also consider, if you can't find an animal shelter run by veterans, an animal shelter in general. We love our fur friends. If you're in the UK, you can consider a donation to The Big Issue. It's a great way to help populations experiencing homelessness in the UK. It doesn't have to be a donation, though. It can be something as simple as smiling at someone in the street, reaching out to a friend or family member you haven't heard from in a while, or yes, even giving away 200 tomato plants like Francis Futrell did one time and having them designated honorary towels forevermore. Yes, in that way, may we change about the current realpolitik from one centered on preserving, expanding, and demonstrating our power to one centered on preserving, expanding, and demonstrating our capacity to engage in small acts of service and kindness rooted in unconditional love. In that way, may we live up to our Tau Eudaim and Ea, or Summum Bonum, our greatest good in the ancient Greek or Latin respectively, and in turn bring about a new digital epoch defined by Aquarius the water bearer, standing tall and carrying a towel. From a backspasming towel, who's going to make his way very slowly to bed, God bless all of you. May God continue this peace. I believe it's possible. May God protect our soldiers and those of our allies and all the people out there who have been fighting this war. May God protect the civilians and the animals, the goat, the sheeps, the goats, the sheep, the cows, the dogs, the cats, the eels, the penguins. We love the penguins. And everyone else out there. And more so than anything else, may peace reign. Going into Pope Leo service tomorrow at 6 p.m. Rome time, which we will watch live if I'm up in the morning. And thank you all for being you. Thank you for welcoming me into your homes tonight for the Towel Evening News. I'm having more spasms. I appreciate all of you. I'm just not as animated because I can't move because I had a back spasm. Sorry for having to cut things short. Normally I love hanging out with you all, but my back's telling me to rest. From Boston, from the War Desk, with love, my name is Grant Smith Ellis. It is 8:03 p.m. Eastern, U.S. ceasefire time. It is April 10th, 2026. It is 2:03 a.m. in South Africa. It's 3:03 a.m. in Tel Aviv, Israel. It's 3:33 a.m. in Tehran. I hope the world sleeps peacefully. My back has spasmed, and I'm gonna go get some rest. I love you all dearly. I'll let you know how I'm doing in the morning, and I think some rest will help Towel's back not go into more serious pain. God bless you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for welcoming me into your home tonight. Signing off from Boston. Towel News. Grant Smith Ellis. See you all again tomorrow. Hopefully my back is feeling good. I pray that it will be, and I pray for you all as well. Good night. Thank you all very much. Love it. 6 minutes to splashdown, flip it on, and Star Trek the movie on Common Network. Thank you, Lurley. I'm so sorry my back isn't feeling well, so we're gonna call this Towel Nightly News Recap. Okay, I'm just gonna change the title of the stream because it was more of a recap and my back hurts. Good night from Boston. Signing off. Grant Smith Ellis. God bless you. Be well. Thank you again for welcoming me into your home even though my back hurts. I appreciate you and we'll be back tomorrow. May God protect the United States of America and all of the people of the world, and may they all sleep soundly with no bombs falling, and may peace reign.